What you see over here is an old painting that I've done years ago back in college. And of course, as you can tell, this is made to be reminiscent of one of my favorite video games, Epic Mickey. However, when you're an artist, it does happen when you look back at some of the old art that you have done years ago, and honestly, you can't help but feel embarrassed because honestly, you're better than this. You know you can do better than this. And like even looking back at this large painting that I've done, it's not entirely my best work, I have to admit. I mean, sometimes the colors just blend in a little too much with each other, like the grays and the black, like on Mickey himself, and even the castle right over here, it just blends, like the pinks right over here, they just blend a little too much with the reds. And even the blocking that I've done, not necessarily the greatest, because if you look over here, Mickey's arm just completely covers Gremlin Gus for no reason. I mean, admittedly, it's kind of dumb, and looking back at it both as an artist and as an Epic Mickey fan, I know that I can do better than this. So you know what? I will. And why don't we go cover this crap and make something better? How? Like so.
Let me just start this off by saying that considering it took me a long time to paint this, don't be surprised if you see any changes like camera switches or lights turning off. Just a quick heads up. Anyways, going back to the painting, the original intention was to create an epic Mickey themed painting with an art style inspired by artist Tom Whalen, who is well known for creating many Disney art on top of other pop culture related subjects including comics, video games, and other cartoons. I had a basic understanding of his style with the use of flat colors and characters looking either straight ahead or directly on the side. Like I said before though, I wasn't really satisfied with it, so I started making the plans to do another one. The first step was to know what would the big picture look like. I experimented with a few thumbnails just to get a good idea of what could potentially be the result. It wasn't until one of them piqued my interest and decided to expand upon that one with a few minor changes, thus creating the sketch to be fully certain to know which character goes where. The only other thing I had to do afterwards was put on some gesso on the old canvas. Oh, by the way, gesso is like the painting equivalent of the reset button. So now that the canvas is all white and sketched on, it's time to get into the process you're seeing here, painting in the colors. If I may go back to Tom Whalen, after I've done some further research on his works, I made a crucial discovery that I overlooked those years ago when I made the first painting. His signature medium is screen print. When screen printing, you're only limited to a selected amount of colors. In fact, if you look closely in one of Whalen's pieces, you'll find that he would use the same color in different areas, which can explain how some characters in his works don't share the same color scheme as the real deal. So when I looked at my project, I decided to retrace my sketch and create something I like to call my color map, to indicate which color specifically goes where. As for the colors themselves, I decided to only use 10. Including the base color white and black, there's gray, red, dark red, pink, purple, blue, green, and yellow. Since I was dealing with a large 38 by 30 inch canvas, even if I wasn't using any shading techniques, this required a lot of paint and a lot of hours. Even if I didn't even paint something in the background, I decided to keep it all white since, 1, it also fits with the aesthetic of a Tom Whalen piece, and 2, it also fits well with the cover of Epic Mickey since the backgrounds can usually be white. Oh, and one more thing I forgot about Tom Whalen's works. They're not just meant to be pieces of art, but they also act as posters. So, normally, what would be a poster without a title? So, with all that said, I guess you could say that the end result turned out to be quite epic.
And there you have it, guys! I finally created an Epic Mickey painting that is worthy enough of the game itself, and honestly, After all these years, I think I've definitely improved upon it since last time. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and I'm finally happy with it that I've accomplished something that can pretty much be simultaneously like this big epic Mickey painting and also a little bit of an homage to Tom Whalen. So with that said, hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode of The Art of AniMat, and who knows what other crazy ideas I could think up. Maybe next time it won't necessarily be a painting. I can do all other mediums as well. So we'll only know what I will cook up next on the next episode. So until next time, see you later, dudes!